there's a high possibility this goes in the bag. It's going to be a tough decision, this. The driver that I'm going to choose for 2024 is... Hello guys and welcome back to the channel. Right, we're still down here at American Golf in Leeds. And if you just watched, obviously, the other day, the new Ping G430 10K was so good. It didn't disappoint. The head is massive, but it was more forgiving than my driver. And I even got a little bit extra distance, a little bit extra launch. So it could, if there was no other drivers, it would go straight in the bag. However, you've seen me hit the QI10. A lot of people have been asking, is the QI10 in the bag, guys? You hit it well. Well, today we're going to finally crack that because I've seen it on the course, I've seen it in the sim. But for you guys, I want to put them all together, okay? I'm going to hit mine. We've obviously hit the QI10 Max. And then we're going to throw into the mix the AI Smoke and the QI10. And also, a club I've never even hit yet. The Dark Speed Cobra. So, we're going to put them all to the test, and then we're going to decide which driver is going in the bag 2024. It's a big day. It's a big test. Let's go. Right, first we're going to hit my drive. We're going to try and get about 6 or 7 shots with every single drive. So my driver first. There's the old cheating stick in action.
Take that.
I just faded a little bit, that one.
Nice drive though.
It's mad, I can literally hit a fade straight over just by literally just my shoulders. Yeah. But if I just set them naturally, my shoulders are quite open. Yeah. It'll always hit that shape. If you see us doing that, it'll always just square up.
Sounded like a good strike.
This is what I mean about the cheating stick, man. If you haven't got one, get one, I'm telling you. Doesn't lie, doesn't miss, man. It doesn't miss. I even hit one out the friggin' toe. It was 19 yards, right? Fairway. It's mad, isn't it? I play with people and they're just like, man. And I'm like, try telling you. Obviously, it's people who are gonna come over the top like an absolute hacker. Yeah. You're not always gonna hit the fairway. But if you've got a half decent swing and you are having to miss it with your driver, these things are mental. That's left. Jesus. Come round. Even that's 20 yards, right? And I've left it out there, do you know what I mean?
That's probably still hitting a fairway.
Oh, I mean, 20 yards, yeah. Average fairways are like 40 yards.
40, 50 yards wide, so you're still landing on the fairway.
That's out the bottom of the club.
Got away. Spins jumped up ever so slightly, as you'd expect from the bottom of the club. I won't even explain.
That literally came out like down here. Like it was literally, not that, that's my driving range last night. That was like out of here. That's, I mean, even on a course, that's like...
Yeah, you haven't even dropped, like 280 is where we've seen some of those good hits and you're at 274, so that's what we're talking about.
Next up is the new Ping G430 10K. Let's go. It feels normal because I've got my shaft in it, but I do see it being a bit heavier. Oh, it's gone right.
Bit of difference there straight away. If you look at your club speed now compared to where you're at,
yeah, it's down about 6-7 miles.
But it's that big footprint. It's got that heavy weight at the back. It's hard to move it as fast.
Yeah, you can feel it.
There you go. But that's the one that we like to see. You haven't moved. You've dropped off nearly 5-6. You had 114 before, so you've dropped off nearly 10 miles an hour, and you've hit it. That's your longest drive you've hit so far.
Yeah, 2-8. Yeah.
And that's the kind of thing that you need to think about when when it comes to the driver. As we said, you're probably not going to pick up a ton of distance, but it's the fact that if you're hitting it across the face and still staying up there.
That was a bit toe heely, but
same again. 283, 282.6.
That was out the. That was the same as that other one I hit out of here.
But look how straight it's staying. Yeah, 15 yards left. Middle of the fairway, still at 280 yards.
That wasn't the best strike either, to be honest with you.
How, was that slightly out?
That was at the bottom. Yeah, that was the bottom. And I've always said this, I really do struggle to hit driver in sims. I don't know why, I always have. 275, spins all right, 2 yards offline. They're going straight, aren't they?
Yeah.
Again, that was out there.
That's a good drive.
Yeah, it was out the toe as well. So for me, one thing I will say is it definitely feels a bit heavier, but maybe that's a good thing for me because I can't swing. I swing as fast as I humanly possibly can. It's actually slowing me down a little bit, innit? But the weight in my driver, I remember because we changed it. It was like, what does it come standard in the max?
12 grams.
So we changed it from 12 to about 6. So I probably got that bit extra club speed and distance stuff like that. But like I said, it feels heavier. Looking down on it, for me, I think it actually looks nicer with the split carbon. Them fins, a lot of people have talked to me about these, right? Believe me, when you've played one round and hardly missed a fairway, these fins will not matter. Believe me, you couldn't care less about the fins. Right, next up is the QI10 Max. You've seen me hit this on the course, you've seen me do testing with it, but I want to see what it's like today. And it could, do you know what I mean? There's a high possibility this goes in the bag. I was very impressed with this when I hit it, so it'll be interesting to see. Fade. Didn't fade. Actually, it swings me quite low. The QI10's gone left. No. That's a better one. Draw. No, stayed out there.
And obviously, as is the story of all the drivers, it's about weight savings, redistributing weight to places where they want it more. So in the max, they can bring more weight back, they can make it as forgiving as possible. With the projected CG, that is a little bit higher in the max, so it launches a bit higher.
Which is good for me, to be fair.
Yeah, produces a bit more spin.
That was a bad strike to see how that does. This is what I mean with these. Like, I'm swinging it exactly the same. Might have fell off that a little bit, but I fell off the other ones a little bit. I kept saying toe strike, heel strike. Like, you're not going to catch every drive perfect.
There isn't a golfer on the planet who doesn't want to hit fairways, doesn't want forgiveness. So if you can get a driver like this performing, it's hard to ignore it.
That's spinny as well, isn't it? It's good, those.
Yeah, your accuracy is good at that. Miss hits are good. It is just your spin is creeping up a little bit, and as you can see, your kind of inconsistency in your distance has become greater. So you've got your 267, then you've got a 281, then you've got a 246, albeit a miss hit, but that's what we're trying to achieve, and that's what all the drivers are trying to achieve, to say keeping those miss hits closer together, less drop off. So that's something to just keep an eye on.
That wasn't even the best strike either, to be fair.
That's interesting for me too, because that wasn't your best strike.
That was it?
But that's where your numbers should be.
My miss hits are perfect.
Yeah.
I can't middle one, but every time I hit it out the bottom, the heel, the toe, the finger, I'm getting my biggest drives.
Yeah.
Which is good, because the drivers are definitely more forgiving this year by a million miles, but it's almost like you try and hit it good, you can't, you hit it bad, and it goes perfect. That was interesting, but I also have back knowledge of what this kind of was like. Do you know what I mean? It was really good in the course. We found a fairway 5 times in a row. But we're going to go dark speed now because I haven't hit this. First time I've even seen it, and it's so light and it's so like aerodynamic. Look at it. I mean, I would love to put it next to the Ping because it is just. I can't even describe how big that is next to it. So I'm expecting this to be very light and fast.
That's what we'd expect to see. You know, for someone like you that's consistently swinging up easily above 100, that's when you're going to see that increase in club speed, which is what Cobra are focusing on. Obviously, drives are still forgiving. They still give you good results. But if you can pick up more club speed, that equates to more ball speed. That equates to more, if you strike it well, obviously, that equates to more total distance.
Good strike though.
straight away we've got you back where we'd want to see you with your spin, distance up a little bit again on the kind of average hit. That's good.
Try to draw that a little bit, that's me. You can see my attack angle in there. That is a bad strike, let's see what happens with that. Jesus Christ.
That's the when we talked about it a little bit earlier, but I know it's a bad strike, but that's what we want to keep an eye on because we hit those shots on the course.
Yeah.
That spin dropping down, I don't love. I've struggled with low spin.
Yeah.
There's no future in it. I prefer to see you having that kind of spinny miss. That's something we just need to be aware of.
Do you know what it is? It's coming round. I struggle so much hitting drivers and sims. I can't do it. I can hit irons because that's just there, and the ball just whacks off it. I used to have obviously the sim at home, and I hardly ever hit driver.
Yeah. What I would say that's the Dark Speed X. The LS head is the one where they've gone really aggressive with that aerodynamic shape. So it is in that X obviously, but that LS is where they've gone really aggressive with it. That's where you'd probably see your biggest gain. But we don't need you spinning it. We definitely don't need you spinning it any lower.
1.6. Fortunately, Dark Speed, not for me. We're just going to throw in a little extra one. I hit the QI10 Max. We're just going to hit the standard QI10 because we'll get, Harry said we'll get a little bit dodgy readings, won't we?
Yeah, spin was just creeping up a bit. That's what it's designed to do.
Okay.
And I think it'd be a fairer comparison having you in the standard QI10 like we had with the other driver. So we'll see what it does. Not bad.
Yeah.
And I'd argue that's probably not your best strike, maybe slightly toe-y, maybe high toe-y, just going off the sound and the numbers, but it's not a massive miss, is it?
34 yards, nah.
Look at that again though. How straight's that?
That is straight up.
And like we were saying earlier, if you're going to miss, I'd prefer to see you missing it at 2800 revs rather than dropping all the way down to 1200 or whatever. It's hard to play with that. That plays everywhere, and your distance isn't affected.
Come round.
It is doing. Look at your distance as well on that.
285. Friggin' hell. It's going to be a tough decision, this.
Not bad.
It's very scary straight, isn't it?
And distance is really good on it.
Fucking hell. Shit. I feel like I'm proper, like, I feel like I'm cheating on the cheating stick. Like, it feels bad. I feel really bad. It's my baby, you know what I mean? It's my baby. Just slice or something. Even that. Obviously, I'm getting tired now, but 26 yards right, it's in play, isn't it? In play. 273.
One thing, I know you're talking about hitting more and more fairways, we've talked about that. It is important, you need to keep the ball in play, but if you look at a lot of stats, because obviously we've got access to so much now, I was watching it the other day, on average the golfer who hits it, let's say 280 yards versus one who hits it 300 yards, a tour pro, the one who's at 300 yards, even though he's in the fairway less, he's in the rough a bit more, averages more birdies, plays more under par. So if we're keeping you within the bounds of the course, but some of them are going in the rough, but maybe you're going 10 yards, 15 yards further.
And this is in a sim.
Yeah.
Not actually where I can swing freely.
Yeah, exactly.
I feel like I swing freely and get through it a bit more on the course.
Yeah.
That could be scary numbers on the course, couldn't it?
Yeah, as long as we're keeping, like I say, I'm not talking about I'll just smack it anywhere. And obviously, this is probably stats coming from the PGA Tour where courses are slightly different to the UK. But if you're slightly in the rough, but you're 10, 15 yards further up, so you're hitting a 9-9 versus an 8, even a 7, you're going to hit more greens. You're probably going to hit it slightly close to the flag. That is in turn going to equate to, you know, more pars, even more birdies. Yeah. Keeping those scores down. That's what we want.
Right, we've got one left. It's a popular one. The AI smoke. Let's go. A lot of people ranting and raving about it. I feel like this might be a surprising one.
Take that.
Yeah.
It's a good looking driver, isn't it, I think? Colour,
Yeah.
I like the colours. I mean, I've got the one from last year and I like the blue, but that is a smart driver.
I do like the bottom. Yeah, I like the grey and stuff on the bottom.
Yeah.
My hand slipped there.
But look at that.
Yeah.
So they changed it slightly from last year as well, because
I didn't like the Paradigm, so weird that.
So the last, I think it was the Epic they started with. They had like the jailbreak technology, and it's basically, it was like metal behind the driver face. This one they haven't got it. What they did, they had 250,000 data entries, basically shots from across a really wide range of golfers, and they've put it into their supercomputer, their AI machine, and it's basically come back to them, and they've got AI designed smart faces now. So let's say you're in the standard head there, just the standard AI smoke. The 9-degree face, the 10.5, the 12 are all designed slightly differently, because what they've learned is that for someone, let's say in a 9-degree driver, typically they're hitting more up on it, more from the inside. So they don't tend to miss kind of in the heel as much, it's more high toe.
Yeah.
So they've strengthened the face in those areas.
Right.
In the 12-degree head, for example, it's the opposite. It's golfers who tend to maybe be more across it and down on it. So they've strengthened it kind of low, kind of heel area.
Clever, isn't it?
Yeah, so the idea is on those miss hits, which we all unfortunately have, you're not going to see that drop off. You're not going. It's going to have that, as we talked about before, like the Ping driver, not going to be twisting as much. You get straighter, longer drives. I say longer, I would say just not dropping off as much. That's the idea of it. It's nice again.
Yeah, I'll take it, innit? I do like it, to be fair.
It's doing well. You have hit a lot of drives now, so you're going to start to kind of see performance speed.
Good club speed on that one.
Yeah, it's good. That's good. Numbers are really solid out of that. That's more where we'd want it to be every time, and the consistency we've got back again. You know, you've had 275, and then longest you've had 282. That is a really tight.
And the 52 is down on that as well.
Yeah, so that's a really tight area to have. You know, if you're hitting your drives there every time, you know what you're getting out of it. And as you said, you've hit more than you've hit 70 drives, probably slightly more warming up as well. So you're going to start.
I'm sweating. Right, let's look at the numbers before any decisions are made.
Right, so slightly different look here, because obviously we've been going through all your numbers so far. Here we can see more about your dispersion and kind of how tight that is. Is it further? Is it wider? What we can see is that with both drivers, you are accurate. So with that 10K, you're just picking up a bit more distance whilst keeping that accuracy, that dispersion. That yellow circle is the 10K max. That's really tight. Yours with your driver is really tight, but as we can see, it's just slightly further back. Now, obviously, as we were talking about before, if we can get you further down the fairway, keep that accuracy, golf is going to be slightly easier for you. So your driver, and we knew it coming into it, it's a good driver for you. There's not a lot wrong with it. But in golf, if we can get those slight marginal improvements, that's going to make all the difference. And straight away, you can see you've kept your dispersion, you've picked up that distance. So if you're comfortable, you're confident with that 10K max, you like the look of it, it's a really good option. You're accurate with it, you're slightly longer with it, and we're talking about that as well. If we go back and, you know, kind of have a look at your club speed and stuff, we're talking about that from a slightly slower club speed as well. You're more efficient with it. So let's say out on the course, a bit more adrenaline, open kind of conditions, whatever. You're going to probably pick up a bit of speed. That's going to equate to probably even more distance versus what we're seeing here. So in my opinion, that 10K max has done really well, and because we're not sacrificing anything to gain that distance, there's not really any cons to it.
Yeah, it's good, isn't it?
Yeah.
This is the QI10 max. Obviously, we have later on changed it to a different head just for them numbers there, so we'll not show too much of that. We'll go into the QI10 standard head in a minute. Let's jump on a dark speed.
Straight away you can see the difference.
I mean, they're both blue, it's a bit hard to see, isn't it?
But that big blue circle, to say same colours, but the big blue circle on the outside is that dark speed. Now, yes, some of the drives were longer, but those ones that are making that longer on average are these ones out to the left.
Yeah.
Now, you are sacrificing things there not to gain anything. So it's one of these where it's a good driver, and for some people, it will be the best driver. It's just for you, it's not worked as well as one of the other ones, and that's why we do fittings. That's why it's important to come in and do this testing. So you'd have walked in and bought that off the shelf. got on the course, you wouldn't be very pleased, would you?
No.
So interesting to see.
Yeah, not for me. Yeah, I was actually really impressed with this, to be fair. It felt solid.
Well, we're seeing quite a similar result there to that 10k max. Have a look at some of your numbers. Distance wise, really good. We're keeping you around that 280 mark, and bear in mind you've hit 65 drives on a bounce at this point.
Yeah.
You're going to be shattered. So you're getting your distance, again, slightly further than where you are with yours, but if you look at that yellow circle, that dispersion is really tight again. So again, really good option. It's kept your numbers in a really good place if we have a quick look. You've got your spin in that window we talked about, 2,000 to 2,500, launching it in a pretty nice place. Again, some of them, if we get that tiny bit higher, we would, but look at your efficiency, 1.5.
Yeah.
That's really good. You're getting a lot out of what you've put into it there. And like I say, you've hit 65 shots. You know, when you're on the course, you're going to hit a lot of shots. You've got to think about that as well. If you're still hitting drives that straight and long after that many shots, we're in business, really.
Yeah, a round would be nothing, would it?
Yeah. So going to the QI10, obviously we had a hit with the Max first. Max is just a bit too spinny. You swing it a bit too fast for it. Obviously, for some golfers, again, brilliant for you. You're going to see better performance from this QI10, the standard head. We look at that, again, it's the same story. We're not sacrificing any accuracy to pick you up that distance. I mean, you've had your longest drives with this QI10. We had 284 there, again, 285. So really long drives, really tight dispersion. And again, if we have a look through some of your numbers, that's a perfect example. Your clubhead speed's jumped right back up, but total 285, spin 2296, launch 14, efficiency slightly down from where we'd like to see it, but that just means that you've got more in the tank basically.
Yeah.
So consistent, long, and it's a driver you like.
Oh, decisions. Oh, it's killing us, you know. Right, this is a big one. The driver that I'm going to choose for 2024 is, I'm going to try the QI10. I'm going to do it. I'm going to try it for a couple of weeks on the course, see how it goes. And then I always know, worst case scenario, if I don't agree with it on the course in the first few rounds, if even get in one round, if I even get like 3 bad shots, that would never happen with Ping. So I'll go back to Ping. Yeah. I'll always have this on the cheating stick on standby. And what shaft is this in? This is a Cali 70X?
Yeah, it's Callaway White 70X. A Callaway White is similar to what you've got in your Ventus Black, similar to what we've been putting all the other drives. It's a lower launch, lower spinning shaft. You swing it with a decent amount of speed. 70X, potentially we'd like to look at that 60X as well.
Yeah, I mean, I can look at shafts a little
exactly,
bit.
Exactly, we can have a look at that, but it's just that lower launch, lower spin. That's what's going to help you, so you swing it hard.
The driver for 2024. Thanks for watching. I've now got a QI10. I didn't see that coming. Thanks for watching. Goodbye.